Hello, everyone. I am going live early today. Um, gonna get a little bit done. I'm gonna try not to be on longer than an hour if I can help it. Um, oh, I didn't set up. Hang on. I knew I was forgetting something. Give me a second. Hold on. Give me a second, y'all. Hold on 1 second. All right, that's probably better. Okay. Hi. All right. I don't even know if my internet's going to hold up. So I'm going to try to kind of be a little bit fast because we've been in the middle of a monsoon mystery storm since yesterday, and it's kind of coming and going as they do. So, okay. So I have, if I can find it, oh, it's right in your face, Jazz. Um, it is World Watercolor Month, and there's a prompt list. It's not my prompt list. I guess it's the official prompt list for World of Watercolor Month. Um, so I printed it out and I made this is my thumbnail. I don't know if I'm gonna do a video for all of these because I don't know if I'm gonna have time. But I'm gonna try to show you guys as many of these as I can. I'm gonna try to do as many as I can. It's 31. So today, and I'm also, well, I'm not a day behind. I am, but I'm not. I have it drawn here for the first one. I drew the second one at work yesterday. I just need to move it over to my book. But I'm going to be behind because I do work and stuff. So I'm going to be behind, but I'm going to still try to complete the list even when the month is over because I know I'm going to be behind. Uh, I have my thing here. And I guess we're just going to get started. So I also um, am doing the prompt list, and they're all going to be trading card size just to help me um, not be lingering so long on a picture. So the first one is Radiant. And I know you guys can barely see the sketch because I did erase it lightly, so I don't have too much trouble with um, the graphite. And so I'm going to be using gouache. Um, for those of you out there, that's not what gouache is allowed. Gouache is allowed. I checked. Gouache is often referred to as an opaque watercolor. It is allowed. So I'm going to be using gouache. And I have all of my gouache right here. I have my Turner and my whatchamacallit? My shin hand, my Turner, my shin hand, my Hemi, and my Holbein. So I do have the only ones I have swatched out are my Holbein gouache. Uh so oh my god, I almost dropped my iPad. Oh, that would have been terrible. It would have given me a reason to save up for a new one, but the keyword there would be save up and I would have been out of an iPad. Okay. That's probably not a good place to sit, chat. Yes, gouache is allowed. Mm-hmm. Sure is. I checked because I'm terrible at watercolor, and I was like, "Oh man, I'm gonna do this challenge. My stuff's gonna be looking janky because I am not great with watercolor." So I was like, "Oh no." I was slightly concerned because I was like, I want to do this, but I'm terrible at watercolor. And then I was reading more about it, and it was like gouache is allowed. So I was like, great, perfect. Um, so I'm gonna be doing that. Yeah, exactly. Gouache is my thing. Okay. So I'm gonna put some masking fluid on these little dots. I'm not really gonna do it on a character. I'm gonna put it on these dots though. I don't know if I was supposed to shake this first or what, but I'm just gonna drop some here and there. Um, there's one over here. I didn't even see this one. We just gonna let. I don't know if I does it say shake? It didn't really give any instructions, honestly. But we'll see. Um, and I'm gonna start at the bottom while that's doing that. So the first one is radiant. So I have Miso and Bo here, and Miso has kind of like a little spirit thing in his hand, and I'm gonna try and make it kind of glow. But I'm gonna start with the background, as I always do. And they are outside, and I am looking for a nice dark green to start with. And I think I want to go with like moss green, like a mossy green. So I'm gonna go with this russet color in the Holbeins. I have a feeling I'm gonna be leaning towards my Holbein today. I also, oh, that's olive. Well, I'm gonna take that out because I'm gonna need that too. Where is my russet green? Gonna make me take everything out of the bin, and it's gonna be at the bottom somewhere. Okay, there it is. Let me wipe this container off. So, what was I saying? I kind of just got up like about an hour ago. So, but I wanted to kind of get this out the way. So I'm going to be doing the lives over on this channel and then the regular videos over on my other channel, simply because the other channel doesn't have live unlocked yet. So I can't go live over there just yet because I don't have 50 subscribers yet. All right. So, yeah, but the regular videos will be over there. All right. So we're starting off with, do I want to do green? I kind of feel like I should have them in like the ground should be kind of brownish, actually. I know I said green, but um, I'm allowed to change my mind. And I probably should have wet this paper first, but too late. But one of these days I'm gonna actually fully figure watercolor out, but today ain't that day. And I do want to use some of it during the month. I don't want to just like not use watercolor. I do want to use it. I just prefer gouache. So and this didn't need to be this thick, but we're going with it. So I do have my music cards sketched out. I did 3. I may or may not do more. I don't quite know yet. Because I'm doing this watercolor challenge, so I might just leave it at the 3 because I'm thinking that I kind of want to do like once all of these are done, I want to make all the trading cards. I'm really thinking about putting them all in a book, like an art book, but I don't know yet. I thought about the idea. This paintbrush has a loose hair and it's throwing things off a bit. But I do want to, I think I want to make a book or something with all of them because it's going to be 31, but I think I want to add also my other trading cards also as well. Just do like an art book of trading cards. But I also don't just want it to be on any kind of paper. And then I might make an art book and a coloring book. Don't quote me on that because I said I might. Because someone's going to come around and be like, you said, no, I said I might. I'm just adding some more so this can look a bit even. It's looking kind of patchy. User error. Right, so I want it to kind of look like they're standing. I might add a little bit of green. Just like in there. Because I don't want it to look like they're just standing on like just straight dirt, you know? So I'm going to add a little bit of green here and there, here and there. Just kind of mix it in. Your dad does it? Your dad does what? Also, again, we are in the middle of a storm. So you're going to also, not only are you going to hear the storm, you're going to hear Yuki because he's like, what in the world? This is his first monsoon. So he's like, what's happening? And all I can do is kind of look at him pitifully and say, I'm sorry, because I know he's kind of freaking out a little bit. I don't think he's scared. I think he's more so just like, what's going on here? Um, we'll check it out in a moment. Okay. I want it to look patchy. I do want it to. And then we'll let it dry. Just want like a faded green, not too green, just enough. I don't think this masking fluid stuff, I don't know if I was supposed to like wipe it off or what, but it hasn't dried yet. And I know View said it was supposed to dry fast. So I'm gonna dab this little one and see what happens. Oh, it is dry. It just dries weird looking. All right, I got it. Okay. Hey View. I don't use a dryer or anything on my stuff, so I just kind of go with it. I'm over here struggling, internally struggling, whilst trying to figure this out. It's not looking very radiant so far, but I promise that I'm going to attempt this glow thing. But I have to get the background stuff. You almost set a book on fire. Oh no. Oh, I remember that. Yeah. Uh, I'm gonna stay away from the dryer. I just kind of let mine dry. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. But y'all know me, I like to do my backgrounds first. So I didn't bother putting masking fluid on the characters today. Um, but I did put it on the little firefly things around. I don't know, they don't have a name yet. They're not actually fireflies, but yeah. Have you said stay safe. Right. And I definitely don't need to be doing science experiments. Okay. So now I want the sky. I like this blue over here in the Hemi color. I don't know if I want to use Hemi though. I know that sounds kind of messed up, but I'm kind of feeling the Holbeins, so I'm gonna stick with that. And the I just feel like oh, also I'm in my Strathmore book, guys. Um, I was like, well, if I'm gonna do this, I might as well go all out and do it. So I'm in my Strathmore sketchbook, and that's where all of the challenge for the month is going to be. I'm just gonna put them all in there. I also like whatever blue this is in the Turner. What does this look like? Let me see. Is this darker than this one? Mm. See, I just put that Holbein down, but I think I like this one. Are they kind of the same? Yeah, kind of. Okay. Yep, they're kind of the same. Yeah, I was scared to work in it. I still kind of am. I don't want to use this brush because it um it has a stray hair or something. I need to find the other one. Here it is. Okay. Um, I'm terrified. I was like, I don't want to use it. It's too precious. But I was like, well, since I'm doing this challenge, I might as well go ahead and do it. So, and I actually like it. I like the way the paint and stuff works with it. So, and just as soon as I get these backgrounds done, I'm gonna take this tape off because I don't want the tape to kind of linger too long. So I'm gonna take it off. Hey, Amy, you've come to watch the struggle. It's not a struggle yet. It's gonna be. I know it's gonna be because the only time I did kind of like a glow effect type of thing is when I was in my sketchbook and I was kind of playing around with this lantern he was holding. So I'm a little scared. And I'm over here wondering when the masking fluid is gonna dry, and it was already dry. I'm sitting here like, oh yeah, you said it was gonna dry quick, and I'm like, it don't look dry, and it don't look dry because that's just the way it looks when it dries, I guess. So, feeling slightly silly because I thought it was still wet, and I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna do anything yet because it's still wet, and it wasn't. It was dry. Whole time it's dry. I'm like, oh. So, um, you know, but now I know it just looks wet when it's dry, but it's not. I'll have to remember that because later on down the line, I'll be like, oh, yeah, it's like a shiny, exactly. I'll be sitting there waiting and looking silly. Okay. And I also have to remember that gouache re-wets. So basically, what they were saying in the official watercolor thing. Anything that re-wets, you can use apparently. So since you can reactivate gouache, you can use it. So I was like, okay, that's a bush back there, and that is too. So I was like, all right, I'm down with that. I'm just trying to make this a little bit more even and not so patchy, because when I get a little bit closer to them, I get a little scared, so it gets a little patchy. But I'm gonna have to bring in probably some white acrylic for miso, because I don't trust this white too much yet. I'm gonna try it, but I don't trust it. All right. So I need to add some more of this bush back here. Just a little bit, because it's actually, let me go lighter, because this thing is gonna have some blue. But that is a bush back there. And a little bit back there, because that's Bo's ear. Okay. I'm gonna pull some of that off. Okay. Yep. And then down here, also bush. All right. So now, it's drying. This paper is holding up pretty well. Okay. So, the background's pretty much done. I might do a little bit darker along the edges, but I'm gonna wait till it dry, and I'm gonna pull up this masking fluid stuff. Which, by the way, how am I supposed to get that off? Do I just use an eraser or something? If anybody wants to chime in on that note. All right, so this little thing is going to be like a blue, and I'm looking at this blue, and you, oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna do just ever so slightly lightly here with this guy, and then I'm gonna just add some. Because I don't want the inside to be too. I want it to kind of. Some people are probably like, you went and got the smallest. Sure did. Okay, so that's the inside. The outside is gonna be a bit of a, just a tad bit darker. I don't want it too much darker, so I'm gonna add probably that. So I want it darker than that. I can add a speck of this Prussian blue. Those are such small dots, they should be fine. Okay. So just use my finger then. I don't know if this is looking radiant. I mean, it looks like a fireball. In a way, I guess. For now. Okay. And then I'm just going to add a little bit because this, just make that darker areas. I need some white. Okay. That way I can kind of put it around it. And then when it dries, I can put some, a little bit of a lighter blue on top. Where is, here it is. Okay. We're going to put white way over here so it doesn't get contaminated. Okay. Use it kind of thick because I want a little bit of white in here. Don't you just love gouache? Because you can just kind of put things on top of stuff and it'll be fine. And then once I color them, I will add some other stuff. Okay, so gonna mix a little bit more of this Prussian blue in there with it. I do want some parts to be just a little bit dark. Okay, Taylor. Oh, Taylor, I got my paint, which I am going to try during this stream so you guys can see it. I've been holding out. I was like, I'm going to wait so you guys can try it with me. Even though I'm the one trying it, you guys are just watching. But still, I was like, I'm going to wait. So I'm going to take care of Bo first because she's going to be the hardest to figure out. Because she's this awkward yellow, which of whom I haven't quite figured out how I'm going to do her yet. So I have this yellowish color in the Hemi, but it's so like the Hemi. I need to figure out a color, how to get this color in Holbein or Turner, because these Hemi paints gotta go. Right, and I still end up having to go in there and tell somebody off. Oh, which by the way, so I go in there, right? And she comes, first of all, she took forever to go get my stuff. But that's a side note. So I'm like, she comes back. First of all, she already had an attitude from whatever she had an attitude from. And so she comes back and she's like, and you need to let know whoever sends you mail to put your name on it to where we can see it or we're going to send it back. So now I'm like annoyed because one, you just said that all extra loud in front of all these people. So now I'm going to have to tell you about yourself. I said, I'm sure my name is on there, either my name or my handle. I said, I don't know anyone stupid enough to mail something without putting someone's name on it. I said, did you look? So she's like, the name's not on there. So me being the smart person I am, because they stuck the label on one side. So I'm like, well, obviously it's probably on the other side. So I flipped the envelope over and I'm like, I said, my name is on it. So she looks at it and she's like, oh. I said, boy, I tell you, I said, all you can do is say, oh, huh. I said, ma'am, have a good day. And the people in the post office were cracking up. I'm like, what is happening with this post office? Like, they are so, I'm like, good Lord. Yuki, I know, but you gotta chill. He's not having this storm we're having. He's not feeling it. Um, so you guys, he'll be on auto bark probably for a bit. But yeah, she was just so rude about it, and I'm like, oh ma'am, you don't want to be here. Go home. At least pretend like you want to be here. So that was that. But I did get it, and I was just like, I know Taylor's not an idiot. I know she put my name on there. What is this lady talking about? Okay, this yellow is like, goodness. It's a little hard to deal with because it's like, it's the Himi gouache. So it's kind of doing what it wants to. Um, I mean, it's working, but it's not working. If that makes any sense to anybody. Okay. I need to figure out how to make this yellow because I feel like if I add some white, but I don't know if it needs to be a lemon yellow or what kind of yellow we need to be going for here. Let me see if I can put a little bit more white. All right, maybe. It looks kind of orange now. Maybe I'm thinking lemon yellow. All right, okay. That'll be the shadow color then, I guess. Cause too much water. Okay, and hmm, it's gonna say it's not gonna be too much shadow, but yes, it is because we got all this glowing stuff around. So, but I don't want. That's not the kind of shadow I'm aiming for. Maybe if I add a little bit of that and a lot of bit of that. No, that just turned it into orange. Okay. One of these days I'll learn color mixing, but not today. All right. Because I mean, that is a pretty yellow, but that's not the yellow I'm going for. I don't know how they got this color, but I need to get it in something else. Because it's a little hard to manage with the Himi because it's like a weird consistency. And I'm not really sure. Yes, they were acting completely ridiculous. I know. That's why I was like, wait a minute. I was like, I think the address, I think it is on there. And she's like, I mean, the name. She's like, no, it's not. They didn't put the name on there. And I'm like, who's sending people things in the mail without putting names on them? I'm like, ain't no way. I'm like, this lady's crazy. Sure enough, it was there. I'm like, boy, ma'am, I can tell you don't like your job, but cut me a break here. And then it was kind of annoying too because I was like, legitimately, I had my Uber for work sitting outside waiting for me, and I'm like, you taking up all this time. And then she started helping somebody else while she was helping me, and I was like, excuse me. And she's like, oh, I just want to get. I said no. I said I have somewhere to be. I do not have time for you to stop helping me to go help somebody else. Make that make sense. And she just, I don't know. You can just tell she kind of like just didn't want to be there. And I'm like, all right, lady. We're putting bow in pink because I think it would just kind of pop. And all of that is going to be light colored. Right. And I'm like, is it even, are you even allowed to send somebody something without putting their name on it? Is that a thing? I was like, boy, what is this lady on? I'm like, okay, don't want to be here. I got it, but that's not my problem. I'm like fighting for my life with this hemi gouache. Um, I don't like fighting for my life. But this is going to be, I haven't figured out if I'm going to outline any of this yet either, or if I'm just going to leave it. Yeah, I'm like, man, I'm like, I don't think that's a thing. I think you literally have to like um put people's names on things when you mail them these days. I highly doubt um you know what I'm saying, you can just send something off to somebody without. All right, I think, let me see if I can find what kind of orange, because I don't want him too bright, and that's hecka bright. So I'm gonna use this orange, and then I'm gonna whoa, that is still definitely wet. Okay, I don't know why I thought it would be dry. It's a stay wet palette. Okay, we're gonna do that, but we're gonna add some white. Okay. I don't want him super bright. Okay. So, somewhere around in there be miso. Oh, I missed a piece of the bush back there. Okay. And then I'm gonna add a little bit more white, a lot bit more white. And then that will be kind of the, and then once that dries, then I should be able to add like a nice little, but I need to figure out both because she needs a shade color and this yellow is not yellowing enough for me. But I can't bring in my, because I have her color in the acrylic gouache, but I don't have it in gouache. Um, but I can't bring in my acrylic gouache because what do you call it? It doesn't re-wet, so I can't use it. So I'm gonna take some of this extra bright yellow and a lot of this white and see what I can get. I think that's pretty close. Listen to how unsure I sound. All right, so that's our highlight area. So I want to see, yeah, I like this color better. So this will be her color. And I'll leave that part for the white area. I should not have to fight this hard, Miss Bow, to get your colors together. Okay. All right. Finally. So, um, now I just need to darken it a bit. And I don't know what to darken it with. That's the problem. I've never actually found a good shade color for her. And I part of me wants to say brown. Just add a little bit of brown and a little bit more white. Also, I know nothing about color theory, so for those that are sitting back waiting, keep waiting because I don't know. I'll be guessing with my colors. So, and it is what it is when I do it. That looks pink. That doesn't even look brown at this point. Okay, hang on. Let me add a little bit of this brown to it. I'm making some great skin tones, but not what I'm going for. Um, that's a little bit better. You can go with that. This whole side, I think I'm gonna. Yeah, I actually like that. Okay, that's a good one. Oh no, you don't, Yuki. Get from back there. Excuse me. Okay. Uh-oh, there's the rain. Okay, so listen, if it goes out, then I'll be back. But we just gonna keep going. I tried to beat the rain, but I knew I wasn't gonna be fast enough for that. Do I have a color wheel? Nope. Mm-mm. Oh, I was not kidding when I said I do this by the seat of my pants. That was not a joke. Miss Jazz does not uh and her ears behind her, so I'm gonna put a little bit there. Okay, Miss Bow. I actually like this color. I'll never be able to mix it again, but I do like this color for her shading. Um, it actually is kind of nice. I'm just gonna kind of blend this line so it's not so harsh. Cool. I'm gonna blend this one too while I'm at it. Can you create Bo and Miso a what? A hood cousin character that comes and visits them from time to time? A hood cousin character? Question mark. Taylor, are you just being Taylor again, or what's happening here? What did I miss something? I think I missed something. Okay, I'm gonna use this as the dark. I think Taylor just messing with me, y'all. Taylor probably like, Bubbles, go sit down somewhere. You ain't got no idea what I'm talking about, and I don't. Okay, so I want like a faint light blue, and I know I'm gonna screw this up, but we're gonna do it anyway. Um, I probably need to add a little bit more white. Okay, let me just steal some of this white right here since it's already right here. Nice, clean white. Okay. All right, I don't think it gets any more because I want to put like a faint blue around all of this here just to make it look like, and I have to be careful because I know it's gonna change. Maybe I should put a little bit. It's gonna change into whatever's around it, so I have to be careful not to scrub the page or anything like that. See that green down there is probably not gonna I'm gonna have to go a bit thicker, I think. I think that's the problem. It's not that it's not light enough, it's that it's not thick enough. Okay. Give me a second. All right. Note to self, don't put white in the freaking things. Um, it re-wets, but it doesn't re-wet the way I want it to. So, all right, I need this to be thicker. Okay. But I don't want it too thick, but just thick enough to create a nice little glow around. And then I guess I'll do a white glow also. We'll throw some white in there also. Yeah, that was the problem. It wasn't thick enough. And then I have to get in here because his hand. Right, and then maybe I'll add uh like a thin, whatchamacallit, Linda, where they have like loud outfits, bright nails. Oh no, Jordans, fancy hairdos, maybe some gold. Oh Lord, that sounds like it might be more of Mary's thing. Um, I don't think that's a Bubbles thing. That sounds like somebody that would associate with Miss Snooty, Pookie, and Pookisha. Lord have mercy. Oh Lord. Yeah, we're gonna get with Mary on that one. So I have some of that Prussian blue. I'm gonna add some of this blue. Why aren't you coming out? Okay. Just a bit here. Just to have some thicker spots around. This does not look very radiant at all. This was supposed to be like a circle, and then the circle's gone. Okay, there we go. Circle's back. Ooh, oh Lord. And Taylor and Linda cutting up. I'm like, who? They done created a whole nother world at this point. All right, so I got some brown. This is like a reddish brown. I don't know if I want that. I can add a little bit of this mystery brown. See, this brown re-wet. So I think it's just some of the Hemi colors that are kind of weird. Oh yeah, no. Not entertaining it in the slightest. No, ma'am. Now, Mary, on the other hand, you know, Mary might. Yeah, you never know. Now I need to just make this darker. But I don't think so. Taylor is hilarious. No, ma'am. That was funny. Taylor be having all these ideas but don't want to draw. I'm just saying, because I feel like all that them ideas you got spewing around. I think I'm gonna attempt to add um just kind of like just to make it look like it's kind of reflecting off of her a bit. I don't know if that's giving the vibe here. Just like a kind of like a blue coming off of her just a bit, just a little. And him too, actually, because he's standing like right there. I'm trying to make it look like, at the very least, that it's I'm gonna try to fade this line out. I think it's because it's too harsh. Maybe that's why it doesn't look like it's glowing. But I'm also scared because I know it's gonna mix in with the color and I don't want it to do that. There, and now, okay, so I think just the lines are too harsh. Well, how am I supposed to make it not harsh without blending in with the colors around it? Okay. Okay, now it kind of okay, now it looks better. I just needed to kind of blend it out a little bit. I don't want to blend this one out too much because it's a reflection. So I do want it a little bit brighter. Okay. Alrighty. What on earth? Yes, gouache is included. Gouache counts. Anything that you can re-wet counts. So technically Neocolor 2s count. You know what? Before I do that, I'm gonna put that yellow glow around it. Neo 2s count, Albert Duers count, uh super colors count, gouache, watercolor. Yep, anything that you can re-wet. All right, I need my Miso's hand is a little weird looking, but we're gonna bypass that. And I hope the next one doesn't take this long. I was trying to, and this is why another reason why I did it small, because I don't want to be spending 10,000 years on um, a painting, because one, I'm not going to be able to do all 30 um, at that speed and actually complete them. So I would like to not have it. I think this one took so long because I'm trying to figure out this glow effect, because the prompt is radiant. So here we go with this brush. This is why I don't like using these small ones, because they run out of water so fast. Um what was I saying? The prompt is radiant. So I was trying to, I don't know why I picked such a complicated, and it wasn't complicated to draw. It's just it's complicated to paint. Which cool, because I want the challenge, but geez. It didn't have to be that much of a challenge. I'm just saying. I need this to be slightly darker. Is there a number with the watercolors? What do you mean? Nope, I still need it darker. This brush is working my nerves because it's not holding water like I want it to. Taylor, salty much? Listen, okay, so for Bo's pants, I don't have a gray, so I'm gonna have to make one. I do have like this jean blue color I could use. That might actually be cute. It's in the Hemi though. Taylor wants a cousin. Lord have mercy. And it wouldn't be. I mean, whose cousin is it? It will probably be Miso's cousin because he's the wild one. So because they're not technically related. They're just friends. The makeup counter. What? You guys are funny. All right, I'll think about a wild cousin. I mean, he can't be too wild because Miso's kind of like the wild one, always doing something he don't have no business doing. Hey, Mary. Now, see, that's what y'all should be asking right there. She in chat now. Mary, they got a question for you. Oh Lord. House party. Oh my goodness. Okay, okay. I'm gonna leave it be. I'm gonna leave it be. But you know good and well, Taylor, like, listen, you're not gonna have no family friendly friends. They finna be wild. Taylor want them all wild. Just tearing the place up, huh, Taylor? All right, let me smooth these lines out. Not talking about going to no house party. What kind of kid friendly? I'm just trying to fade out some of these. Some of these lines are a little harsh. Okay. Part of me wants to outline some of this, and part of me doesn't. Okay, so I'm gonna grab some of this, and we're gonna pray, y'all, because um, I'm already knowing what's about to happen. But I'm gonna grab some of this yellow. Ooh, that is bright. That is an ugly yellow. Not that yellow. I'm gonna grab a yellow. Not that one though. That should be fine. I'm gonna fade this. Why is that like the perfect color for bow? Now, when I was looking for that color, it didn't want to mix. Now, all of a sudden, I'm not looking for it. It's like, hey, here's the color you were looking for earlier, but not the one you need right now. Okay. So just around these guys, I'm gonna just put a little. What the heck? And then we'll fade out the lines later. It actually doesn't even really look yellow, but hey. All right, we'll let it dry. Now, oh, Taylor, Taylor, Taylor. All right, I'm gonna add some more white to this gray so I can get me so together. All right, all his shadows are gonna be on this side. I'm gonna make sure, and I think I am going to outline it. Just not 100% sure on it yet. Oops. Okay. And technically, his hand looks weird. Okay. All right. And then that hand doesn't get any. Okay. Now, for their eyes and stuff, I'll do that with black. I don't know if I like that I did his hand like that. I think I'm going to add a little bit of white to it. I got to wait till it dries, though, because it looks like it's still wet. Yeah. I think I just want a little bit of gray. So that part will be white. Okay. Alrighty. We'll let that dry and come back to that. So I'm going to let that, I think it's relatively dry around. Just gonna, yep, okay. And then I'm just going to add little, okay, come on now. Jeez. And then I'm going to add just a little, where's my small brush? A little yellow in the middle of these things. Like that. Yep, that'll work. Now they look like little. Then just get the yellow and put a little bit in there. I probably didn't need the masking fluid for that, but I didn't want any of the blue to make its way in there because then it would have been like this weird green and I didn't want that. And it does relatively come right off if you just rub it. Okay. Alrighty. And then I'm going to take some of the lighter yellow that I got over here. Oh, come on. Okay. Mix it with a little bit of this white. And then go around it just a bit more. Just do like little circles kind of around it. I don't know if these look too much like fireflies, but hey. Yeah, I was getting the masking fluid off. I put masking fluid on the little glow things because I didn't want the blue to kind of fade into them. So just kind of want it to look like it's glowing. So I'm kind of, my brush is pretty dry and I'm just kind of slapping it around it. Okay. I'm thinking I should add a little bit of white. First of all, let me get miso back together. Okay. Maybe not with this brush. because I had made his whole arm gray and I don't like it. So I'm going back to white. Okay. What was I getting ready to do? Oh, I want to add a little bit of white, kind of like around this thing here. Just a little bit, kind of around them too. Just a little bit around. You used one of the silicone paint. Yeah, is it really good? What'd you use it on? Okay, see now I need details, Linda. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna outline it in brown though. All right, let's get this tape off though. Because like I said, I don't want to spend like a load of time on them, so I'm calling it done. And I'm just gonna peel off the tape. I put washi tape down first. So just in case that this tape was too hard for it, I guess I can keep this though, because it's still pretty sticky, so I'm gonna keep it. What does it look like? Show us when you have time. What the I used the largest one to prep a page for watercolor with the satin glazing liquid. I used the 3-inch and it's done enough. Okay, have you used it for like painting yet though? So I'm not going to outline all of it, but I am going to like put their eyes in there. So that you can see their eyes. And I feel like miso kind of needs to be outlined. But we are going to do his eyes. And then his smile. Or maybe not. I mean, he probably doesn't really need to be outlined, really. I'm going to put, I know I said I was calling it done, but this is bugging me because it's like some orange that needs to be right there. And it's like his neck was like kind of taking over it. And then I'm just going to fade it a little bit out. But yeah, and then I was going to do his hair, but I don't think so. It looks fine because you guys can see his hair. Maybe if I do it with like a little tad tiny bit of gray. And just like a little bit. And then you guys can kind of see his hair a little bit more. But he doesn't really need to be Yuki. Okay. Have them just, oh, you have them for gesso watercolors. Oh, okay. I see. Gotcha. Quit making all that noise. Okay. So I think I'm gonna fade out his lines a little bit though. And then I'll be done. Just a little bit. I feel like everything else on the page is kind of not so harsh, so I don't think he needs to be so harsh, his lines. So I'm just gonna, just a little bit. He's looking a little. There. All right, day one is done. And I took a little over an hour. Not too bad. Not too bad. So there it is. And the prompt for that one was radiant. I'm probably going to write it under here, actually. So this is the prompt list. If anybody wants to follow along, you can take a screenshot. I did also post it in the Discord, and I did also post it on my community wall of my art channel. So it's also there, but if you want to take a screenshot, it's here too. Yeah, Yuki's not feeling this weather we're having. So boom, I officially did something in my Strathmore sketchbook, and look at the back. Absolutely nothing. So, I mean, it's not like I was drowning it in water, but I think I used a good amount of water. So, yeah. Now, I do have, I want to try my paint that I got. Let me see. What can I, is this dry before I close it and make a fool of myself? Yes. Okay. Um, do I have some watercolor paper nearby? Oh, you know what? I know what I can try. We'll try it in here. This is my Arteza sketchbook. So look at my paint, y'all. Finally, I got a nice little card. Yuki cut it out, and she wrote it in purple. So I got two. So there's a lighter one, and then there's a darker one. And they're both like, I like this one. They're both like a earthy kind of purple. But we're gonna try both. We're gonna try both. Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay. We're gonna try both if I can get it open. Okay, got it. Jeez. Okie dokie. I don't know why the first thing I did was smell it. It does smell good though, but yeah. Yeah, they do smell pretty good. Okay. So I know she said that it had a name, and I kind of forgot the name. I wrote it down, but I don't know which one is the one that has the name. Okay, let me get my good brush. Where's it at? Can you stop? All right, let me just. Yeah, they're from Nessa. They smell good. They do. Okay. So this is the darker one. Ooh, whoa. Okay. I think it's still kind of wet, so I put a lot. Okay. Ooh. Okay now. And I think it's like made from plants and flowers and stuff. I wonder if it's gonna smell good when it dries. This is pretty. I'll sit here and use all of this up just playing with it. Look at this. Okay. These are pretty. Okay, let me try the other one. Right, Taylor. I was like, first thing I did was put it to my nose. I'm like, no. Look how pretty that is. I don't even know how to use watercolors like that, but I mean, just look at it. It's so pretty. All right, let me leave it alone because I want to see what it dries like. But that's pretty. Just go ahead and get the rest of that off of there. Me saying let me leave it alone and I'm still playing with it. Okay. Right, smelling everything because okay, and this is the lighter one. This one seems to have dried. Okay. Ooh, this one's kind of opaque. I like this one too. Yuki, what are you doing? I'll put some water down. There we go. Okay, now we can flow and do whatever it is we need to do. Am I becoming a wet on wet person? Because normally I do wet on dry, but I do like the way this looks. Now that if I slap some water down on it first, on the thing here, I like this one. Ooh, okay. Look how pretty this one is. I like them both, but I like this one better. This is so pretty. I think I normally go for like this type of purple too. I think I put too much back here, but that's okay. And forgive me, Nessa, I forgot the name of them. I know it was Bubble something because she named it after me. But and they still smell really good too on the paper. Yeah, I sniffed it. It smells really good. See, it's kind of like when I get stuff like this, it's like I don't want to use it because it smells really good. But I'm gonna use it. I don't know what I'm gonna use it for. I know I might I was watching some lady, she was drawing like flowers and stuff. And I hate drawing and coloring flowers, but I have some like really cool like paint colors that would be really pretty for flowers. And I'm like, do I want to try flowers? And I'm like, no, but I might. Taylor, you throwing shots in my Holbein paint? I'll be throwing shots. These are pretty though. I'm trying to wait for it to dry so I can see. This one's kind of dry, but not really because it's all over my hand. So yeah, they're pretty. I like this. I really like this one. Pull them out on special occasion, right? Because I'm like, they so special and they smell good. I think because I know my niece wanted a picture of sunflowers, and I honestly, I'm like, I can do some purple sunflowers, and you gonna like them purple sunflowers, and then you'll be able to smell the purple sunflowers. No, Taylor, don't be throwing shots in my Holbein paint now. You know how I am. I love my Holbein paint. I do. One of these days, I'm gonna have all of them. One day, not today. They are expensive though. Like I know handmade paints are expensive too, but I'm excited. We did our first thing in here. This turned out so cute. And I didn't screw it up. So I did draw the other the next prompt, which is technically for today in my sketchbook. Um that one is espresso. So I'll probably hop back on later or tomorrow, and then can I get a sentence out without you going to bark at that door because you hear someone edit? Go have a seat. Thank you. Um, espresso. I actually drew espresso, and I did days 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Um, and then I have the squares drawn for day 2 and 3 already here. I just need to draw it in here, and then we'll paint it. I'll probably do that later. I'll probably use my transfer paper and just do it maybe like that. And then or I can just, well, we'll see. But some of these prompts are going to be kind of hard. Ripple was hard. It took me a minute to come up with something for that. But like rigid, like I might struggle. I know I'm gonna struggle with that one. Um well, they're not too bad. Yeah, they kind of are, but I'm gonna have a lot of fun with some of them though. Like some of them will give off some good face expressions, like tired. That's day 8. Spicy is gonna be fun. Street food, yeah, these are gonna be cool. So if you guys wanna, and then it's in English and in Japanese. If you guys wanna join in, that'll be fun. You want Holbein gouache so bad? It's so nice. Most of these actually, except for Bo's, her shirt, her pants, and the shadow of Miso's pants, everything was Holbein. So, um, it's just so nice, and it dries nice. Where are these crumbs coming from? It dries nice. It doesn't feel rough, and it doesn't feel like chalky or anything like that. It's pretty nice. I like it. I also got to work on my I have to paint my cards for what you call it, for music. I don't know if I'm gonna do those on camera or not. I got a lot going on this month, so we'll see. I'm gonna try to do as much as I can, but I think I kind of want to do the one uh of Miso kind of by myself. I think his hand came out so weird and it's bugging me, but I'm gonna leave it because I kept trying to fix it and it's fine. It looks fine. Oh, you guys can't even see it, but I think I'm gonna do that one by myself. But I have 2 others, um, and then I have some other ones that I need to color. So you know, I need to get my trading cards going, especially if I want to do a book. I don't know if I'm gonna do a coloring book, an art book, or both for my trading cards. We'll figure it out. I think I think a coloring book would be kind of cool. And you guys can color them yourselves, whatever color you want. I don't want to put it on that Amazon paper. That's the problem. You have some, but to have multiple colors, yeah. Cause one tube is like $10 or more, depending on which series. Um, But I do need to go in there. I need to get a color for Bo. I have to get a color for Bo because I don't want to just be having to mix her color all the time. So I need to go in there and get a color for Bo, and I need a gray because I don't have a gray. That right there is going to be like 20 something bucks. But I'm just like, and then also I need like a sky blue because I had to mix that blue that we did. I had to mix that. Um, this one, that very faint color, that had to be mixed. So I need convenience. So yeah, so I'm glad I got something done in here because I was scared to work in this book. I really was. Uh, Bubbles needs an art planner. I know at this point. I guess I'll put this in here because this is where they're all going to be at. So, um, and then I'll have loads because I think that's only going to take 3, 6, 9. I don't know if I'm going to do back and front. I mean, it didn't do anything on this side. I just hate drawing on this side of the paper. So I might not do back and front. It'll probably be better for the scanner if I don't. 12, 15, 18. So what? 4 pages? 1, 2, 3. And then it'll be like 1 or 2 on this side. Yeah. And then I'll have like loads. So maybe I'll just like use this book for like trading cards or something. And then when it's finished, just make a book. It would be nice as small prints. Yeah, I can do like 1 page can be like 1 print. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Listen, we got to get through the prompt list first. That's going to be the hard part. Actually getting through the prompt list. And I know I'm not going to like I said, the whole prompt list is not, I'm not going to get through the whole thing in 1 month. I'm going to try because that's like the challenge. But for me, as long as I do all of them with watercolor or gouache, that right there is the challenge. Finishing it in general is the challenge because um, I got a bunch of other stuff going on and then work and all that other nonsense. So just finishing it alone would be a good challenge. And then once I finish, we can figure out what we're going to do with them. We'll figure it out together. You guys tell me if you want a coloring book or an art book or both or just prints. Because the art book, obviously, that's going to take a while because I want more than just the watercolor thing. I can do like a zine, like a mini book, but probably should just do prints. Where I can just do it'll be 9 cards on 1 print, but it's gonna be kind of off because one of them will be like kind of on a paper by itself. Or I can do like no matter how you look at it, it's going to be off because it's 31 days this month. So it's going to be 1 card that's just going to be kind of floating. Unless I can do. No, I mean, it'll be fine. Like small prints to color. Yeah, I'm going to keep it trading card size. So if I do a coloring book, then it will be like you're coloring your own trading cards. Um, so it'll be like, a page of 9, and then you can color those. Maybe. I don't know. We'll all figure it out together, like I said. But that's it for me. I am gonna get off of here. I need to go eat and uh, watch some TV, play the game. I'm probably gonna wash my hair a little later. And yeah, that's it. So if anybody else is going live, I'll be in chat. But autocorrect. Yeah, it's okay. I will be in somebody's chat when they go live. And I also need to finish working on the Kofi print, so I'll probably do that today too. Okay, I will see you guys later. Giving Bubble some of my extra time. Yeah, thanks for coming by. No, seriously, guys, because I was like, oh boy, I don't know how this is gonna turn out, but it turned out pretty good. So glad you guys got to see it, and I will try to have more. It's gonna be like a mix of uploads and live streams this month. Uh, between the live streams will be over here, and the regular videos will be over on my other YouTube channel. The link to the Discord is in the description, and it doesn't expire. I set it up to where it doesn't expire, so you can head over there and join that if you want. And I'll see you guys later or tomorrow. Have a good day and see you next time. Bye.